they seem to want to use it as a moment they believe of leverage to get spending cuts from Democrats. And Democrats, I think, are inclined probably to get rid of it, but they don't want to be blamed or tagged as big spenders, and thus, most likely, the debt limit is here to stay.
I've asked this question of other guests, and I'm going to ask it of you, Sarah, as to how much this issue even resonates with rank and file voters. Is this something that regular people really pay attention to? And more importantly, do they care about it enough and that it would change the way that they vote?
Well, my sense is that it's pretty confusing for voters. I mean, it doesn't actually make sense to people inside the Beltway. It's hard to imagine that voters really have a great grasp of what it is. We talk about this in my class with undergraduate students. We talk about it all semester, and everyone's still confused at the end of the semester. So I think
Welcome in, everybody. I'm just sharing this to the Telegram, putting it on Twitter, and then we're going to be ready to go here. I appreciate everybody tuning in because we got a lot to discuss here. In a short amount of time, I'll do the best I can to stay on as long as I can. But kids are getting out of school in about 45 minutes. So we got a good half hour here where we can get in touch and we can pay attention to the markets here. So all right. So let's get going here. Good mid-afternoon, 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, June 1st, if you can believe that or not, 2023. I'm T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte. OG. Zenda, welcome in. Darren, Louis, Herbert, Terry, Darren, Miss Vicky, welcome in, everybody. Appreciate everybody tuning in already. Make sure if you're watching, make sure you hit that like button as it can greatly push me through the analytics very quickly here and we can get more people in here. As you can see, I'm in one big commercial. So first things first. Multi-mode, welcome in. So I want to start here. DXY is at 103.531. We're going to focus mostly on crypto today as we're not going to be able to do an hour today. But it's still going to be a great live and we're going to have a lot of information flowing. So pay attention. DXY right now has come down to the level that I was hoping to see it at if it was going to continue up. But now it's come through the 103.67. So this is the first test here in the 4-hour time frame. Even though it came through the 20-day, we wanted to see it come through the 103.67 region. Or at least see if we could hold it. If not, that would bring us back down to retest the 200-day here in the 4-hour, right around 102.96. So we've got to see if in the shorter time frames, and this is very urgent when you look at this. You've got to see if a return back up would get us a rejection at 103.67. This could mean crude oils, gold, commodities, precious metals start to rise here in the days to come. Move your head. Oh. It was down a little bit, wasn't it? But the U.S. dollar currency index, let's see. What's going on trading with J-Ride? 40th birthday for who said that? Let me pull up my phone so that I can see everybody because sometimes the chat goes faster than I can keep up. Darren, you get to my 40th birthday tomorrow, mate. Before you, I'll let you know. Yeah, happy early birthday, Darren. Happy early birthday. As some of you know, my birthday's in December 17th of this year. I'll be 40. But I've taken a lot of good steps in the last year or so, and I'm actually physically I'm doing very well and health-wise. So let's see. 103.53. So pay attention to that. If it continues down and we get a rejection at about that 103.62 level on the reversal back up, that's going to be a problem. Total crypto market cap is actually doing this pretty, It's doing this in a standard operating procedure. We never broke down the 109.5 and held it. This is what we're dealing with right now with the DXY. Right now we're dealing with this exact same thing on the DXY. So we'll see if that continues. And the DXY, if it did a reversal, it would come back through the 103 spot 62, 64 level like this did on the total crypto market cap. But the 30-minute is a little bit deceiving when you're looking at crypto, because if we go into the 2-hour, see the bearish cross, but the 4-hour, you can see how we had a golden cross and it came right back through. Now, what we're trying to do to verify a push farther up, we need to get back on top of the 1.102. And we talked about this earlier when we were down here somewhere in the update. But now we've managed to pull back up, and we'll see this is an inflection point here. If we get rejected by 1.102, that would not be a good sign. But right now we're working on getting back over the 1.092 trillion, holding that and then pushing back up. So that's where we're at right now with crypto. You don't want to get a rejection here, but this could have been a liquidity dump here as well to try to get a little more of a push up, especially with seeing what's going on with the US dollar currency index. We got some crypto starting to move just a 0.75% or a percentage point. We had big moves out of, XRP for about a week. We were up 14%, not huge, but it's a decent move. XLM, I still believe, is lagging behind. XDC was up about 20% over a 2-day span. Had a nice little correction, but it still managed to be up 2.71% on the day. So XDC came back through the first level, but as you can see, now it's using it as support. So this could be a good sign for XDC, especially if it decides to hold this uptrending resistance now, and it's trying to use it as support here for the first time in a very long time. So we'll see how that goes. If you're a fan of XDC, watch that 374 level. That's basically your channel form, 344 to 374. Just FYI. If you're interested in each bar tomorrow, I'll be doing the third installment of FOMO Fridays on the live. So if you're interested, make sure you watch FOMO Friday so that you're not getting left behind. We've made 2 weekly purchases last 2 Fridays ago and then last Friday. So this will be our 3rd weekly installment. But with XLM, I believe this is a very urgent part of the pattern. XLM has a golden cross, and all it needs to do is it can come up a little bit higher and not have to come all the way down to 9065. But I'm not going to say I'd be 100% surprised, but I would anticipate a retest of the golden cross. Now, here's the thing. If this 4-hour candle ends, this very well could bring it up to about the 9.1 level, and that could be where your test ends up happening. But right now, XLM's looking good. Standard operating procedure and dump volume, much less significant than buy volume on the push up. We had 8.738 million in the 4 hours, 7.65, and now in the consolidation and push down on the real dump candle I like to look at is 2.416. So with an hour and 33 minutes left, that doesn't seem to be as big of a significance of a candle, but we'll have to see how this plays out in the last hour and 33 minutes. So I still anticipate this kind of a move for XLM, assuming that we didn't lose the 925 and get rejected and then ultimately come down and lose the 8.5. Unless we lose the 8.5 level, this pattern is putting in an inverted head and shoulders until it's not. And the other thing is, until it's not doing a cup and handle, it is. So, and I mean a long term. Boom, swinging around, and now it looks like it's starting to work its way back around. Looks like it's starting to round the bottom here, doesn't it, folks? So we're going to have to pay attention to this. A rounding the bottom pattern should get us a cup and handle attempt somewhere up here, and that's what this is right here. That's what I'm suggesting right there. If it comes up and it does the cup and handle, that's where we figure out, is it a bullish cup or a bearish, a bullish handle or bearish handle. Taylor, welcome in, love. Good to see you in here. We have 40 people in here. Wow, only 20 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. I don't ask for much. A simple like, because here's my philosophy. Positivity over negativity, right? That's the new lease on life. If it's not helping you out, you let it go. If it's not pushing you, if it's something that you're doing isn't leading to a positive mindset, positive output, trying to lead in a positive direction, or that's just not, the entity is not doing you any good, you let it go. Whether it's a person, whether it's a being, whatever the case may be. But if you're coming into the station for the wrong time, or the first time, and you see 40 people watching and only 20 people hit the like button, you'd say, well, only 50% of the people are actually enjoying what he's doing, so maybe I'll step out. That's just optics. That's the first optic if somebody comes in here. Lewis, welcome in. Appreciate seeing you in here, my friend. One of the very first people in this community who made a name, as some of you know. So that's my, oh shit. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Damn it. I just deleted what I had. Yes, it won't be that difficult to draw, but still. And it's one of these things. Can we get up here and then how do we build it? It's really, that's what it comes down to. Oops. I like to have it a nice interpretation of what's actually going on. Then you would have to do something in here to see if we can push up. It would either do something like that. You know, it's going to be one or the other. But that's where we're at right now with XLM. Jan, welcome in. Salute. I really appreciate you tuning in, love, every single day here. 50 people, 35 likes. We're getting there now. So that's XLM. So in the comments, let me know what you think. And then XRP. XRP is simple to me. That 522, we're created a little channel here now. We've got the 494 up to the 522. Even though you could say it's 50 cents, which I would like to believe that that's a 50-cent support structure. But that's just the longer term pattern. We'll go into the shorter term pattern. It makes it a lot clearer. This is where we're actually at. We're at the level 2 cup and handle. So level 1, level 2. And now we're bouncing around. Remember we talked about. Anybody who was here yesterday, we talked. And the day before we've talked. There's nothing in between. You literally will go from 50 cents up to 52.22. And then you got to go up. So we went up, hit the resistance at 52.22. Came back down to 50 cents to try to confirm a new support level. If we pull back up over 52.22, our goal would be to get on top of 537 and confirm a new support structure and to break above the mid-tier cup and handle. The last part of this would be to go up to 585. We do have a mid-tier support resistance at 5585 that we can't forget. But the top of this cup and handle and to complete this inverted head and shoulders would go up to 585. To successfully complete this and put in a bullish formation after this, you'd have to break and hold the 585 level and then start pushing up on this inverted head and shoulders. That would ultimately signify a pattern reversal on this ultimate cup and handle that it would also form with XRP. And you can see we created this bounce point on the descending triangle and or symmetrical triangle or just a triangle in general, if that's what you want to call it. But we have the inverted head right on the breakout point on the retest after a massive breakout. So a massive breakout with XRP, and this is what's good. Massive breakout, huge dump, but it managed to hold that symmetrical triangle, descending triangle, the triangle in general that's it broke out of. So it broke out of the triangle, major push up, major retest, and now it's working its way back up, and now it's trying to hold right here. One could say that this is creating something even bigger if we were to break out, but that is speculation, and speculation alone I don't like. So we'll see it step by step. So any questions? I think that was a good 13 minutes to start. Bitcoin, as it says in the title, that's one thing I haven't covered yet. It's in that 27,000 test zone. We can see a W reversal, and I'm going to continue to harp on this. You can very clearly see until it's not a W reversal, it is. This could be the inflection zone where it got some liquidity. It pulls itself back up, and then ultimately we could try to see if we break back over this. You need to break back over first level 20. It's about 28,500, roughly 28,400. Then you need to get over 29,000. But a big thing, you need to get over 28 to start. Just get over 28,000, forget the rest. Hold it, get up to 29, and then you got to see if you can hold it and break out. That's what I'm looking at. If at any point you drop below there, you're screwed. I mean, you do have a hold point right here, but I'm not so sure how much 25,194 would hold. But it is signifying if you get a rejection here, a 9% drop down to here. Assuming that this is the break point. We do have a fake out right now on the break down after a golden cross, so we'll see what's actually true. Is the golden cross on Bitcoin in the 4-hourly that came through and now pulled back down, is that something to be watched? Is there a recovery about to happen here, and was that just a liquidity dump? That's everything we need to watch. If this fails, we'll come down to 25,194. If this succeeds, your next level is going to end up being 28K on a retest. But that W reversal is still there until it's not. So just remember that. It's about as easy as I can break it down for the crypto market today, ladies and gentlemen. And then for anybody who hasn't seen the news, I suppose I can go back into this since I still have it up. So XRP declined by 5%, but we did have a Ripple. Ripple released 1 billion tokens from escrow. There's 55 releases from escrow of 1 billion tokens that started in 2017. So 55 months they had to do this. 55 total months they would dump 1 billion XRP. So eventually that's going to come to an end. Eventually that'll come to an end. So, but that's what's going on. A lot of people thought there was a lot of sell pressure, but that's not the case. I call it inflationary pressure. Just think about it. If you have $1,000, if we put $100 into circulation, now we have 10% more, which means your dollar's worth 10% less, and or they're going to raise prices by 10% more, which means your dollar will buy you 10% less. No difference with XRP Ripple. They release $1 billion in, price comes down 5-6%, then all the pressure ends up relieving itself, and then if it's meant to continue going up, it will. But right now, today is a tricky one because you had the escrow release, so obviously that's going to put a little bit of inflationary pressure on XRP's price. So that's what I believe is more to do with the price drop than anything else. But, we haven't formally broke out of the bull market or the bear market yet and confirmed a bull market. We still have a lot of work to do. This is just a typical bear market rally unless we get over 585 and not reject it ultimately. Then we could start talking a little bit, but that's a major resistance. Make sure you hit that like button here as we're winding down because the kids are about to get out of school here. But I want to make sure that everybody's getting what they want or everybody's understanding what's going on here. No, I don't necessarily think Bitcoin or XRP's decoupling from Bitcoin. Just remember, Bitcoin made a massive move from 15,000 to almost over 30K. It was up 100% at one point. XRP can't say the same yet. Even right now, they're about the same if you consider how far they've moved from the bottom now. XRP came from 28 cents up to 50. You had Bitcoin go from 15,000 and some change to 27 right now. I mean, we're splitting hairs, but I don't think it's decoupling at all, personally. I just think XRP was a little bit out ahead, and before Bitcoin was ahead of XRP. So they both seem to be doing similar things. If we look at the 1 month, Bitcoin's down. XRP will be looking maybe a slightly bit better in the month. No, yeah, about 9.4%. We look year to date, XRP's up 47%. Bitcoin's up 57% year to date. Doesn't look like it's decoupling to me. That's just my personal opinion. In the last year to date, if Bitcoin's up 57% and XRP's only up 40% plus, 47%, I mean, and that's just the year to date. That doesn't look like decoupling to me. That looks like Bitcoin's actually running a little bit ahead of XRP. It's 10% higher up. So is Bitcoin decoupling from XRP and running away with it? That's everybody says it's decoupling, but when you look at the facts, it's not. It's having minor decoupling in the last few days. So, but yeah, once there's real adoption, the decoupling will happen. Bitcoin and Ethereum to me is old news, and nobody can change my opinion. The XRP, XLM, XDCs, algos, IOTAs, there's a bunch of them. DAG, that you can go into DGBs, VeChain, Zills, Filecoins, and all these. These are the new age. These are the new age ones. So, any questions, everybody? Any questions? Like I said, this will be about a 20-minute one today. They can't go longer. But I still want to know. Does anybody have any questions? XLM's up to 915. It's still, like I said, the golden cross area. You're looking to hold about the 907 to 91. And that's on the 4-hour time frame. So, but it doesn't, after this 4-hour ends at 4 o'clock, it could very well bring it up to about the 91 instead of the 906 or 907 level because it's going to push up. XDC, what are my thoughts? I briefly talked about XDC in the beginning of this, but I'll bring it up one more time here. XDC. Oh, that's the wrong chart. That's your inflection zone, my friend. 3746. It pulled back up here in the 4-hour time frame, and it's holding it right now. You have a channel formed right now between 344 and 374. And if it breaks that, you got a little bit of upward pressure here where you could actually come up. Because now you got a top formed here, so we'll see. What channel are you in right now? The 374 up to 417, or are you staying down in the 344 to 374? No, that's all right, Axel. My thoughts on V-Chain? Well, it's under 2 cents right now, and if you don't own V-Chain, I mean, you might want to take a look at it. I think Bitcoin decouples when the inflation. Yeah, V-Chain. It's got to get back over 208. But it looks like it could be starting just like the rest of them. I mean, if you were looking at this honestly, this will be the last thing. If anybody wants anything extra, well, I don't have a lot of extra time today, so I'm doing the best I can. So, I mean, look at this. What does this look like? So if we come down, it's in the 4 hourly. We've got bam, whoops, not me. Bam, bam. Could be creating an inverted right shoulder here, a short term. But we need to come back up here, and you can't lose this. That's just, you can't lose it. Could you tell us how you would list off how you rate your top 10 cryptos? Darren, where was, I didn't even see your message. See, it went too fast. No, I don't see any correlation. I mean, people can piggyback off of the moon cycles, but I think a lot of it is a bunch of FUD. I've seen a lot of it go opposite. I don't put any stock into it personally. I just put the stock into the charts. I see what's going on in the charts, and it dictates what's going to happen. Sue, welcome in, love. Good to see you in here. Let's see. I think Bitcoin decouples when the overinflation of the token is made public. I agree with that, Darren. Wondering how quick XRP can dump, or would it be a painful grind to the bottom? The next time it comes through 40 cents, and then if we come through 35, it's going to be, I think it's going to be more painful. But we have to break the 2021 uptrend. Until that breaks, it's going to be a slow grind. It really is. It'll be a slow grind. Until XRP, if it goes down, unless it breaks, here, let me go to the 2021 uptrend. Unless it breaks the 2021 uptrend, it's going to be a grind. Until XRP breaks this level right here, which is about the 355 level, XRP is going to be a very slow grind. But after it breaks that next time, we do have a double bottom around 28.5. Well, it'd be a triple bottom now. But if it ever comes back below 35.5, that's a big, that's a failure. And then the next real uptrend is 2017. And that's how you can start to talk about 45% drops. And that could be more quickly. But until we break that, I mean, this could be a slow crawl here. Very slow crawl. Welcome in, everybody, too. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check out all the content. This is like the 3rd or 4th video I put out. Or actually, this is the 2nd video today. But this is the live. Thoughts on Algo? Algo is severely undervalued, but I'll continue to say what I said the last few lives. I would be more comfortable if, although it has a small W reversal here, so you're kind of splitting hairs. I like that 142 level, so it's come very close, and I've talked about it from up here. I think the 142 level, that's a major trend line there. If it breaks that, you're talking about you got to go a lot lower. I haven't put it on this chart because I don't want to scare people, but that's a nice zone, 142. So we're actually close to it. If you look at it, though, if you look at the daily, it's spread out. It's definitely spread out to run up. If you look at the 4 hourly, it's spread out. You know, it's at a point now where Algo is either putting in like an inverted arm here, or it's starting to create some kind of inverted head here. It's a little jank looking right now until it's not. And what I mean by that is if you look at this and you're like, you're coming down, and then all of a sudden, now what if it just all of a sudden starts doing this, comes up, and then you start pulling out? Like, it's starting to create something here because it's starting to round a little bit. So we'll see if that's actually starting to round. But 142, that's all you got to watch. 142. If it doesn't break 142 to the downside, it's a very good sign. So, but that's it, everybody. It's time for the kids from school. So we're gonna have to call this a quit. I appreciate 50 people being here. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Ken, welcome in. We're going to pump in the next few days. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, it definitely looks very bearish, unfortunately, with algo, but it needs to hold. If it doesn't hold 142, it's over. Stay blessed, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. 54 people in here already, too.